to be interesting to see what I think about this, what you guys think about this, etc. I think I'm going to go ahead and get started here. We're about a minute away from the start time. I don't want anyone missing anything, but we're at least going to read the description of the scenario. And that's just going to be earlier this year, the Japanese have established a harbor and seaplane base on Gavuatu, Tanambogo, and Tulagi. And if I got those names correctly, I truly am a wordsmith. Our planned invasion of Guadalcanal, 17 miles to the south, requires the liberation of these islands. So I guess we're not jumping right into Guadalcanal, but going to the Solomon Islands first. Let's see what we have ahead of us, guys. Away from starting, so we're actually starting at a good time. We'll be jumping right into the battle as people arrive. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's... Okay, the U.S. Expeditionary Force has arrived on schedule, and due to the bad weather, undetected by the Japanese. After splitting the force in two, our group is tasked with the assault on Tulagi and Gavutu Tanambogo. Because it is some distance away from the Japanese base and settlements, the southern half of Tulagi is expected to be at least defended. This will be the preferred landing zone on the island. To the east of Tulagi lays the island group of Gavutu Tanambogo. The Japanese have constructed a seaplane base here and may have a sizable garrison defending it. The operation is the first real test for the Marine Corps, and we are on a tight deadline. Once both islands have been secured, our troops will immediately be transferred to support the invasion of Guadalcanal. Alright guys, awesome. So here we go. We have to basically take Tulagi Island, and we've also got to clear Gavuatu and Tanambogo. I'm assuming I'm not getting these terms correct at all, but nonetheless. So we should have some Marine units here. These are going to be landing units, obviously, and we're going to be landing, I think, on this westernmost Japanese island. So I'm actually going to start putting our guys here already, getting them ready to go ahead and drop off. And it's obvious we're probably going to need some more Marines than this, but I can't wait to get these guys out and ready to fight. Obviously, we've got to drop our supply ships back here. Not crazy about the supply ships, but what am I going to do? And I want to see if we can actually purchase some more Marine Raiders. And some more U.S. Marines. Let's go ahead and get some U.S. Marines. So we're going to purchase and deploy. I'm going to put another group over here. And I just want to take a look at the other areas we have to take. So we have to take these two areas as well. And I'm thinking it's probably not a bad idea to go ahead and purchase some Marines specifically to take on these areas. So let's go ahead and purchase and deploy. We're going to be focusing on two different locations here, obviously, in this battle. Let's get some Raiders. Show these Japanese who's boss. I hope this is enough. I think it is, but you never really know. Okay, we could actually still get a little bit more, but I'm thinking it's probably a better idea to save up and kind of wait, see what we're going to need later, who knows, but I can't help myself. I've got to get one more U.S. Marine unit, and actually, we can only get a U.S. Marine Raider unit, so I'm actually going to purchase and deploy them, and hopefully this works out. Once we consolidate our victory on this island, we can obviously move to the island to the east if we absolutely have to. Alright, well, we're going to end the turn. Let's see what the enemy is going to do to us here. Of course, I guess I'll move this ship. Oh, nah, we'll just keep it here. And as for the support ship, there's really not much we can do with it. Alright guys, we're ending our turn. For those of you arriving, welcome, and yes, we are taking a look at the Marine DLC. And it looks like, look at that, the Japanese did absolutely nothing. They really don't know that we're here. We're undetected and about to land on this island. You know, the Hago is just a terrible tank. So I know that the Japanese armor was never very good, but then again, I don't think it really needed to be, considering the area they were fighting in. It was really more important to have a strong Navy, strong Air Force, strong infantry units, etc. Look at that, guys. The Marines have landed. Here we are, boys. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Even though napalm's not here yet, give it a few years, we're going to think about it. So here we go, guys. We're going to bring the supply ship a little closer, obviously, to shore. But the next turn is going to be us trying to crawl towards these bases, towards these locations, of course, and take them. And I'm very worried about these guys because they're going to be left alone. There's only 3 units here of these Marines on this eastern island, the Tanambogo Islands. And I hope that's enough. I don't know if it is. Let's go ahead and end our turn. make sure, if you can hear me on the mic, make sure that the mic is fine. I don't want you guys not able to hear me. And we've got some unmoved units. What? How dare we? So we've actually got an aircraft carrier. And I should have seen this. I'm going to be moving them to that island in the east because that's where you have the least reinforcements. And I think that's probably the most important part of the battle. Oh yes! Alright, ending the turn. Let's see if the Japanese have spotted us yet. Not even close, my friends, not even close. Now, these are secondary objectives, is to, of course, destroy the enemy float plane, and that's that large Japanese plane. It's really interesting. Completing the mission in 30 turns, so you can tell this is a very large mission. It's a 40-turn mission. So we're going to try to take all those flag points on these islands and get a victory that way. Ahead and basically move towards Sasapi first. The barracks are obviously a cause for concern, but I really want to focus on one part of the island at a time. And I want to move through the jungle, because I don't want the Japanese spotting me. In fact, even them seeing me here is something I don't really like. And here we go, we've actually already spotted some Japanese troops. Very interesting. Some Korean workers. Wow, volunteer fighters for the Japanese. Unbelievable. So, the Koreans actually were colonized by the Japanese far before World War II. Some Koreans obviously fought the Japanese. I guess some were volunteers. Thank you, Dally. Dally's giving me some good advice here, guys. We're going to turn the music down just a bit. Thank you, my friend. I want you guys to be able to hear those gunshots, but we will go ahead and turn music down. Okay, so far we've gotten on this island, moving towards Sasapi, and those Korean workers are not going to be a problem anymore. Although it's really cool to see that they went into that much detail, that the Japanese did have Koreans willing to fight for them. And definitely a little known fact about the war. Let's move in here. Oh man, this area is very well defended. Look at the Japanese defenses here on Tenambogo Island. This is not good. I don't even know if I want to land. Alright. So I think I'm going to go straight for the infantry here. I'm just going to try to hit it. And there's an AA gun! Oh, that's not good. Well, we're going to go for it anyway. Nice. Alright, so we did absolutely no damage and took one hit. Beautiful, beautiful. That always works. Let's take a look here. And really, it looked like it wasn't in our favor anyway. I just decided to carry out the attack. Let's keep moving. I'm going to take a look over here, see if there's anything else we're forgetting. But I think this is good. I really want to make sure this attack succeeds. Let's see if the Japanese and their Korean allies are going to do anything here to stop us. I think it's just going to be our supply ships. Oh yeah, they're definitely fighting back now. Let's see how our guys fight against this counter-attack by the Japanese. And obviously, this is an island we need some more support to take over. It looks like they're coming in with some bombers. That's no fun. Alright, second wave. Fresh manpower and equipment have arrived to support the deployment of additional forces. Awesome, guys. So it looks like we're getting some reinforcements, or at least manpower to purchase more reinforcements. And I think one thing's for sure, we definitely need more men on this island over here. So let's go ahead and see if we can get some more of the U.S. Marines. These are actually the ones I really like, the 42 model. We'll go ahead and drop them here. Let's purchase some more U.S. Marines. And after that, I'm going to cool it for a bit, because for all I know, we might need them on that other island. We've got to be careful here. So let's get out here. I'm going straight for this Japanese force, of course. Just to show you guys, essentially, this was a terrible attack. We can actually see who's going to win the battle and who's going to lose, or essentially who has a better chance of winning. And in this case, it was +3 for the Japanese, but these are crazy Marines. We've got to take some risks here if we're going to win this battle. But we won't take risks like that. Here we go, we're getting that pillbox. It looks like a pretty weak pillbox, so we should be able to take it out fast. Let's see. Keep moving this aircraft carrier up. And I don't want to get hit by the AA guns. I might just use this plane as sort of a scout. I don't recommend this. There's already an AA gun nearby. Let's see what's going on the island over here. All right, we're moving further inland, and there we go. More Korean workers, and these guys are finished. It's really sad. They look like peasants. They don't have equipment capable of beating us, and they've just been defeated. And I'm going to keep moving deeper into the jungle, of course. Come on, boys. Alright, we cut the road off here, and this makes me feel somewhat safer. I might go ahead and purchase another unit of Marines. Come on, we're playing with the Marine DLC. What do you guys expect? So I am going to purchase another unit of Marines, and I'm going to drop them here, and hopefully we can bring them in on the next turn. Alright, let's end our turn, and let's hope that things go well for us. I think the Japanese are going to start bringing in some regulars over here very soon, if they haven't already. It's going to be supply ships. No. Well, let's get them out of range of the Japanese, possible Japanese attacks at least, but otherwise I don't really care. Told you that A again was trouble. Incredibly, our plane actually managed to get away from it and evade. We got to get those boys out of there or they're not going to survive. So we're going to do our best to get these Marines out and save them. Never leave a man behind, right, guys? So we're going to pull them back. Moving these men over here. And I'm going to move these guys over here to cut off the enemy. And I'm hoping we can waste this pillbox. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some reinforcements to our boys. I think it's important. We're actually reinforcing them with seasoned troops. That may not have been such a great idea. Should have just given them some regulars, and I'm going to drop these guys off over here. We're going to go hunting for some Japanese planes, my friends. Goodbye. Alright, well, almost. He's down 4, which is pretty damn good. I'm going to jump up here, and real quickly, let's get this Marine Corps unit over here so he's prepared to land. We're going to go towards Sasapi, but we're approaching with caution, and I'm glad we did, because as you can see, there are definitely Japanese troops defending it. In fact, there are Japanese engineers, so we're going to be attacking from the jungle. Amazed we didn't actually get a kill there. That was very surprising. Move up. It's definitely in their favor, but we really have no option. We've got to carry out this attack. We're just going to have to slowly weaken their units at the loss of our own men. But if it has to be done, it has to be done. No, that would be absurd. So at this point, these guys are just kind of hanging out. In fact, I'm probably going to take these Marines and move towards this AA gun, take it out, and take this city, because it looks fairly undefended. Alright, let's end the turn. Oh, those engineers are not playing around, guys. If our Marines can do some damage, unfortunately not, but I think once we surround these guys, we're going to be in a serious situation. Boys actually pulled back. That was a smart move for sure, and I'm assuming in the next turn here we can wipe that pillbox out. And here we go, guys. All remaining reserves have been authorized for deployment. Now at this point I really need to get reinforcements for this guy, so I'm going to go ahead, get these guys the reinforcements they need. And interesting, a sneak attack. I did not see this option, so this allows us to damage the enemy without taking any damage in return. I'm going to try it out. It doesn't look like it's going to work very well, though. Yeah, I don't think we're going to use it now. Let's go ahead and take that pillbox out. Come on, boys! That's what I like to see. We'll move up here on the enemy's flank. Of course, we've got another bunker over here, so it's not a great idea, but I think once we drop these guys out of their ships, we're going to be in a decent position. I'm actually going to move this supply ship out of the way. I don't want to drop our guy right next to the enemy here. I'm going to take this guy and move him over here. Definitely can't engage these Japanese in the jungle. It'd be very dangerous, but I am going to see if we can somehow engage them with our planes. Keep trying, keep trying. They actually got one of our planes with some small arms fire, which is hard to believe. And let's drop our boys off. This is where we get some revenge. And as you can see, no matter what we do, even though we're attacking them from the flank, they still seem to have the advantage here, which is incredible. I'm going to try that sneak attack move. Let's see what happens. This is the Marine sneak attack. Awesome, guys. So that sneak attack is definitely useful. Looks like they still have a slight advantage, although I really want to carry out this attack. I know it's a crazy idea, but I figure on both sides, we should be able to do some damage. Ugh, nope. See, being too crazy with my men. Now with this unit, I'm actually going to be moving to the town in the west. Could also purchase some more units, but think about doing that first. Let's take a look at your combat. Let's get these guys. Go prisoners, man. Go for it. Alright, now they probably want me to chase them, but I see that pillbox there and I know better. So we're not going to do that. We do, however, have this infantry unit, and I believe we can purchase some more infantry. Yes, we can. But I think we should wait. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm going to let you guys decide, as a matter of fact. Next turn, whether we should get some more infantry or what we should do with those funds. Because right now, I kind of want to take things slowly and just focus on these specific areas, I guess you could say. But I'm guessing we probably need another infantry unit in this sector because this island is going to be nasty. So, should we send some infantry to the east island or the west island? You guys let me know. And, or maybe we should get something besides infantry. I'm not sure. Of course, we need to take a city for that first, I believe. Let's end our turn. More supply. Oh, no, we're not going to attack with this guy. No way. Definitely fighting back here. One of them. But the fighting back's not going great. We really need to use that speed as much as possible. Got that jungle advantage. Ouch. This was an awful tactical error on my part, as you can see here. Sending our men that close to the enemy was just very silly. So hopefully we can pull those guys back and get them some much-needed reinforcements. Alright, here we go. Let's get these boys out of here. Get these boys home. This is a tough one, guys. See, because if I move them back, I can't deploy the other unit, and they're still going to get hit. Alright, well, at least this way we might be able to save them. Move these guys up. Drop these guys over here. And if we can use the sneak attack, we will. If not, I'm going to move into the jungle. I think this will give us slightly better advantage, but probably not enough to really make much of a difference. So let's actually move the raiders back and keep attacking these guys with our planes. And now we can go down. I need an idea of how to take out that machine gun unit, and so far I have none. Let's go up here. I'm going to try to avoid that pillbox, but it's probably going to open fire. There we go. 2 finally, and actually I could go for the sneak attack. Let's do it. Yes! We're slowly hammering away at these Japanese, and I'm hoping now the odds are going to turn in our favor. I'm going to go ahead and give these guys some reinforcements. We have plenty of time to take this settlement. And let's waste these guys right here, the Japanese infantry. Get them, boys. Semper Fi. There we go. Alright, wasted them. And of course, we're going to be moving into the harbor pretty soon here. I'm going to jump into the chat and take a look at what you guys suggested, and we'll go from there. Guess we've got some generals in here as well. Some armchair generals. Well, we're all armchair generals, aren't we? Not be deployed. You will get the wrath of Slytherin. Which means we'll just send you a lot of, a lot of advertisements and things like that. It's trust me, it's bad. It's bad. So let's take a look at the RD here, and it looks like we can afford 1 piece of artillery, so I am going to purchase and deploy it. But as you can see, we're going to have to land him over here and bring him all the way in from here onto the land. That's going to take a while for sure, and I think that pretty much saps our reserves. If we could still afford an infantry unit, that'd be great, but I don't think we can. So let's go ahead. Let's get back to the fight. It's not bad. What to do with this guy? I know that the enemy has some units over here in the woods, so we want to approach very carefully. This is a very slow crawl, I have to admit, and that's the way it is. I mean, we are fighting in the jungle. You know, we can't take chances. We've got to be careful here. If we just go in crazy, you know, we're going to end up getting our asses handed to us. I'm actually going to sneak attack the bunker here. We might as well. Even if it attacks us, it'll at least do a little bit less damage to our men. Let's jump over here to the east. I'm hoping this guy's safe, but I'm not so sure he is. So we're going to have a rough time over here in the east. There's no doubt about that. I'll bring the supply ships closer. Definitely going to have to land this plane eventually. Alright, let's end our turn. Let's hope for the best. No, he's not going anywhere. Hold on, boys. I don't think we're going to get lucky this time. Come on, guys. We get a kill. Oh, come on, man. I really need to start shooting better. This must be because of that spring that was mentioned earlier by Party Commissar. Our rifles just are not effective. We really do much better with that sneak attack ability. These guys out. Our men are extremely good at getting out of the situation when necessary and kind of saving themselves, and I think that's a really useful skill here. So I'm hoping that these guys can recover most of their strength, and in fact, it looks like they can. What about these guys? Not bad, actually. Not bad. I'm going to keep trying to hit the enemy here, and I think finally we have the advantage. So we're going to launch an attack. Got it. There we go. A beautiful attack by our Marines. If we could keep things up like that, we're going to do very, very well here. I'm wondering if I should go over here, but this would actually give us less cover, so it seems kind of counterintuitive. Maybe we should just give these guys some reinforcements. That's what I'm going to do. We must keep reinforcing these units to make sure that they can fight the Japanese effectively. I'm going to do the same with these guys. And I think this guy has enough fuel to go ahead and bomb this location one more time, but I'm not sure I want him to. Let's just go land. Sending him out in the next part of the battle. Okay. As for approaching the harbor, I want to be very careful. But I think we actually have a very good chance of doing a lot of damage to this bunker, so I'm going to go ahead and open fire on it. These Japanese bunkers are surprisingly weak. If anybody could shed some light on why that is, I'd like to know, but we are kicking the crap out of the bunkers, let's be honest here. Here we go, guys. And I think it's almost time for the Marines moving in here for the victory. The Japanese are definitely putting up an exceptional fight, but I don't think they can hold out here much longer. Come on, men. Come on, boys. Gotta be able to do better than that. We go for another attack. Still holding out there to the very last man. Not managing to do any damage to us, but I am surprised and a little bit jealous, to be honest with you. In fact, shouldn't we be able to deploy... Oh, that's a supply ship, sorry. Let's get our artillery over here, and hopefully he can be deployed very, very soon. I think that's pretty much it in terms of what I want to do for this turn. Let's end our turn. Ah, you're silly Japanese bunkers. Nothing to us. They're actually attacking. Look at that, guys. That's how fanatic these Japanese are. They're attacking with a single unit. A lot of courage here, and I think they're going to try to go for an attack on our Marines here. They're flanking us. We better get the hell out of here. We've got some Marines down south that can do this. So if we can do at least some damage to these guys, I'll feel a little bit better. Oh my goodness, we lost our first unit of Marines. No! That's not good. Learn from our mistakes, hopefully. Nice. These guys are fighting back very well, and I'm going to see if they can finish off the enemy once and for all. Alright, he's definitely going to retreat, and I'm going to actually move up with this unit. So I have no idea what they have waiting for us here. Alright. So I could do a sneak attack with these guys, which is the only reason I might not go for the morale boost right now, or not the morale boost, the reinforcements right now. That's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the sneak attack. Like I said, I'm going to weaken the enemy here, and that sneak attack did 2 damage, so that was great. That works out. We also have some Marines over here, but I'm guessing we should probably bring them to assist our boys in this sector. And once again, the enemy definitely has an advantage here. More than 1 unit. I don't know what to do about these guys. Get ready for a fight, I guess. This sort of reminds me of the Vietnam War in the sense that we essentially just have patrols in the jungle here trying to hold off the enemy. Remember, this is not a main objective, so we don't necessarily have to take this area. But we do have to take this city above us. Let's jump over here. These guys really don't want to go down. But I believe that our raiders, which I love this unit, by the way, are going to manage to take this village. Take the officers, men, and Sasapi is, of course, liberated. Wonderful, guys. So we've liberated Sasapi. The flag should change, maybe next turn. Maybe I need to take it with an actual Marine unit and not the Raiders, but we'll soon see. Alright, let's move over here. We're definitely going to take the casualties back. I don't want to have to worry about them later. In this case, there's no point in attacking. Let's get that arty out. And we're going to keep moving to the east. Yeah, I just don't see that ending too well, but one thing we can do is get our plane out, of course. In fact, I'll get him some reinforcements, and we'll end our turn. Alright, looks like the Japanese are getting some reinforcements with their AA guns, and that bunker has completely missed our men. Thank you, Jungle Canopy. Absolutely wonderful. Now this is where things get nasty. Of course, jungle fighting with the Japanese troops in the sector, and it's going to get rough. We just have nothing we can do to defeat these guys, so basically let's get the hell out of the jungle and actually go for the city, go for those AA guns, make more of them. Nice. Trying to fight back, not doing a great job. We're about to take that location very, very soon. So I think what I want to do is actually retreat back. I'm going to do a sneak attack here. And I'm going to take these Marines, pull back once again. Now we're getting out of the cover of the jungle, which isn't great, but I just don't see us winning down here, and what's the point? You know, we don't need to be here, so we're just going to leave. It's pretty simple. Feel the wrath of the Marine Corps. There we go. They're getting the hell out of here. I'm going to actually take this unit to move forward, taking this sector and hopefully finishing off the Japanese unit. Wonderful. They are finished, guys. Now all we have to worry about is that annoying AA gun, but hopefully it won't be too big of a deal. These poor guys have no supplies, and none, as far as I know, none coming for quite a while. Alright, so that is a bit strange. Let's take a look over here. I'm guessing we actually need to take this with our actual Marine units. Maybe we need American infantry units, or U.S. Army units to take this area. Let's see. There we go. So now Sasapi is under the control of the Marine Corps. And that's an interesting mechanic. It looks like the Raiders cannot take locations. That is up to, of course, the regular infantry. We're making this bunker so quickly. Should we go for another attack? Why the hell not? We're Marines! We're not scared of anything! Could have gone better, but you know what? I'll take it. Alright, guys, let's take a look again at the chat. I am going to move this unit closer to the barracks, so I'm just going to keep going this way. And real quickly, let me jump over here. I like what's going on here. I don't like this area at all. Very cool so far. And of course, we have 40 turns. I mean, this is how long we have in this campaign. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely awesome. It really gives you a long time to essentially, figure out your moves, decide what you're going to do, and I think that's great. So we're going to end the turn here. We've done what we can. We also have to keep in mind that this area right here, I'm talking specifically about the central area here, is swampy and just a mess. So we have to be careful where we're attacking from, because if we're attacking from a swamp, it's probably the worst place to launch an attack from, and we're going to get absolutely wiped out. Let's go ahead. Let's end the turn. I hope we get some reinforcements, and I'm pretty sure those were our final reinforcements. We can move the aircraft carrier closer, I suppose. And we'll go ahead and move our plane out. That didn't sound good. That did not sound good. Oh, I think I've lost engine power. And once again, no, I'm not doing anything with the supply ship. Alright, well, they have artillery, and that was interesting. So they're not actually moving out of the jungle to attack us. Something. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Enemy reconnaissance planes have managed to transmit detailed reports about our attack to the Japanese Air Command. Well, somebody asked earlier, how do the Japanese not know we're still attacking? Now they know. It took them quite a while. Fleet support. The Navy has sent a flotilla of destroyers to provide fire support against the enemy defenses. Alright, hey, you know what? I would prefer infantry, but I'll take fire support, especially since we have those Japanese in this jungle area that are causing us a lot of problems. That's my main concern. So that's where these guys are going. That's just a pain in the ass, obviously, having to deal with that. Let's go ahead and hit the unit here. I'll actually go for the sneak attack once again. I didn't really need it because we probably weren't going to take any damage anyway, but I'm trying to be fancy. Fancy Marine Corps. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we don't have to worry about this sector right here. I guess I'll just take these guys and send them to the east. It doesn't look like the enemy has any attack units as far as I can see. But I'm going to check because I saw that other infantry unit, and I'm glad I did, because look at that. We have another enemy infantry unit that was hiding back here. We could have easily reinforced that unit and taken its position, but as of now, there's no way they can take Tanambago Island back. This is ours. So I'm going to go ahead and take this unit and send them to the east. We might actually eventually take these guys and send them to the westward island to deal with that situation. But for now, I think we can spare them over here. Now, these guys desperately need reinforcements, but I think we should focus more on the reinforcements of these guys on this island. Particularly these men right here. Let's bring that artillery along, because we're going to need it. And pretty soon here, we're going to go ahead and crush the enemy. So what I'm actually going to do here, I'm going to start moving these raiders out of the way. And we're just going to take this location and move out. Obviously, the bunker can't take the location back, so I'm not worried about that. We just want to take the location. We're going to move the hell out of there. We'll let the Japanese stay in their bunkers. I mean, who really cares? As long as they can't attack us, I'm not too concerned. With this unit, I'm a little more worried as to what to do. The last time we sent guys over here, we got massacred, so we want to be careful here. I do want to scout a little bit more, though, so let's keep going. Men have all fought bravely. Alright, let's end our turn, boys. See how it goes. I don't want no damn supply ships. Oh, alright. No, I don't want to attack. Alright, let's go. Really wish I could scuttle the supply ships. And there we go. Once again, we're getting some, I guess, mortar fire from the enemy. And missing consistently, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's go ahead and liberate. Remember, guys, keywords here. We're liberating, not conquering anything. This seaplane base. And, of course, I'm going to have to bring in the actual infantry units to take it. Raiders can't really do much, so we'll get them in pretty soon. But I'm glad that the Raiders were able to actually wipe out that force. And I'm kind of unsure as to what to do with these guys. I guess I'll just move in, try to flank the enemy here. And actually, that looks pretty even, believe it or not. So maybe if we get these guys in here, provide some fire support, we can actually get some good hits on the enemy. I'm going to go ahead and send in the planes, try to suppress the enemy. too, but the fact is we're finally doing some damage to these guys in the woods. And that makes me feel a little bit safer, at least. Nice. Could actually do quite a lot of damage to this A gun as they attack. Okay, I really want to jump to the barracks and just see if I could grab that location, but might not be the best idea in the world. You know, in New York, people are supposed to get tickets for honking their horns unnecessarily. That's the terrible part here. Let's jump over to the barracks. I'm gonna go for it. You know what? Actually, we have to take both. I mean, we have to take the barracks and the harbor, so screw it. You know what? I'm glad we went and looked at this. The only people defending these barracks, guys, are Korean workers. And unfortunately, we're going to have to you know, they've been enslaved, essentially, by the Japanese. It looks like they've got some Molotovs there. But I don't think they can beat the U.S. Marine Corps, and we better hope that we can put up a better fight than them. Alright, let's see if we can take this location. There we go, under the glorious Marine Corps. And we're going to bug out of this area. And bugging out, for those of you that don't know, means we're getting the hell out of here immediately. Because we don't want to get shot. Which, hey, it's a fair tactic in certain times of war. Alright, let's see. So this guy's going to eventually have to take this settlement. We'll move this guy out. Guys, what's wrong with me? This guy out, and then we'll, of course, move the other guy in. I will end our turn. Let's see what the Japanese have up their sleeves. Remember, their Air Force now knows about this. It can't be a good thing. That did not work at all. Marine Corps. And so far, I mean, we were off to a pretty awful start initially, but I feel like we're doing a lot better. Now we can definitely do some damage to the enemy here, and possibly not take any in return. Again, the practice attack, you guys, we attack them from the middle here. They can both return fire at us, and that's not going to end well. We'll get these guys out of this swampy area and over here. And let's see if we can, once again, open fire. There we go. Get out of here. That's right. I'm not moving forward because I don't want to get shot at by that bunker, but I'm glad to see that the A-gun's struggling a little bit. Now I'm thinking about these destroyers. I'm rethinking their position. I'm like, do we really need to send these guys over here? But I still think it's important to do so. And just kind of put some pressure on the enemy here. What do I do, bunker or infantry? I'm going for infantry. Come on, guys. Rocket bombs better. I don't blame them. It's a jungle. What can you do? Definitely some reinforcements for my guys here, unless, well, for when they go in, I should say. And we'll get out of this area. Just try to soften up the target. I think whoever suggested artillery was spot on here. Leave that bunker to his own devices. Got no fight with you, sir. Just want to walk through your jungle without you attacking or shooting at us. Those Korean workers are really vicious. They put up a really good fight, but I don't think it's good enough. And all this liberation's making me thirsty. Alright, let's end our turn here. I want to make sure we don't have any guys in any compromising areas. I think they're good. So let's end our turn and see what the Japanese do. Looks like they're running out of men, but don't forget, that Air Force is on the way. Another mortar attack. attack, and so far every single one of their mortar attacks has been an utter and complete failure. Now, one thing I'm worried about, I do want to take these guys and use the sneak attack. The thing I don't like is if we move into this swampy area, we're in really bad lands. In fact, sorry, is this swamp or beach? No, it's swamp. And I don't think we're going to get a very good attack, but hopefully using the sneak attack, we can still do tremendous damage here. So we're going to go for it. But again, I never recommend attacking from a swamp. In this case, it worked out really well for us. We're the Marines. Could move in here and try to get a kill on him, but I'm too worried about his buddy over here. So I think what we'll do is try to get some reinforcements for these men. Bring in our destroyers and start bombing the crap out of these guys. So we're actually going to move the destroyers in range, but not in range of the bunker. Load them out of the canopies, boys. Bring up some more destroyers. And hopefully we can finish off this infantry in this turn. Maybe next turn, but hey, you know what? That's not so bad. I can accept that. And with this guy, I'm also going to be moving him. Although I really do want to wipe out that AA gun, so I'm going for it, guys. I'm going to finish that guy off. Oh, you little bastard. You managed to actually survive that, which is amazing. And I'm sorry, Korean workers, but we must liberate your town. Go, guys. It's actually just a barracks, Japanese barracks being used by the Koreans, or staffed by Koreans, I suppose. And we've got to head to the prison over here. And what I'm hoping, because, you know, these scenarios are always very cool, I'm hoping once we liberate the prison, we actually get some reinforcements. That's my hope. If we got some reinforcements, I'd be very happy. I think now we will commence the attack on the harbor. I think we're ready for it. Loosen up the area a bit. And we are attacking on an open road, so this is risky. But these men are Marines. They're trained. Move! That's what I'm talking about. We could move in here, and but I just don't want to do it because obviously we'd be flanked by two different armies. So we're going to stay put. At least for now. We'll bring in some reinforcements and do something, but for now, we're going to be smart about this and not attack. Let's jump over here to the east. I have to go for it, guys. I have to go for it. Come on, man. Yes! Good shooting. That's what I'm talking about. We finally managed to get them even in the jungle. And I think we can leave our guy right there. He's in a great position, and we're finally crushing this eastern sector, which is making me feel a lot safer on Tanambogo Island. I'm sure I'm totally butchering that name, but oh well. Let's end our turn here. No! Supply ships! Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and destroy this thing. We have so many turns left to really do a lot of damage. If we're able to continue this fight, I'm almost certain we can get that secondary objective. I mean, we've already almost wrapped up the island here. I'm amazed that these Japanese are moving over here to the east. That's a bit weird, but it's what they're going to do. They're going to pay for it. Let's go ahead and open fire, but I want to see if I can trap these guys completely. I'm going to go for a sneak attack from the jungle. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, we're absolutely wiping these guys. As for the plane over here, I could bring it in for a bombing run. We at least did a little bit of damage there, not what I expected. I'm going to open fire here on the enemy infantry unit. There's no real reason to but there is a good reason to possibly retreat with our men back to the jungle, because I don't see us putting up a good fight here. But these are Marines, so let's trust in their ability. There we go, not bad at all. Let's despite attacking on an open road, we actually got 3 of the enemy, which is very, very good. And I want to bring some equipment to these guys. Let's do that. And as for our liberators over here, we're going to bring them in from the east to try to flank the enemy over here. Now we've really got the Japanese trapped. But eventually, once we take this area, we still have to go all the way across this island to the east, which is a tremendous amount of movement. Let's keep moving. And let's end that turn. I haven't seen a single Japanese plane yet, so these guys are taking their time to get here, but I'm sure once the actual aircraft arrives, we're going to have some problems. Being to the harbor, I think that's hilarious. If we can just take the harbor from behind them, that's going to be wonderful. Great fighting back by our guys, as you can see, we set them back. And our guys actually put up an amazing fight. There we go. See, I jinxed myself. It had to happen that way, huh, guys? Alright, well, I think we're actually going to do very well this turn. So one thing I'm going to do is obviously try to soften up these units. Probably should have. We've got some U.S. Marines. We're going to take the harbor. I have no idea why the enemy moved out of that area. But thank you anyway. Appreciate it. And let's go ahead. We're going to retreat. We've got a beautiful line of machine guns and riflemen here in the jungle, just waiting to get a shot at some Japanese troops. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Could also finish these guys off. I certainly will. Bring a turn or two. Absolutely awesome. So at this point, we've taken this part of the island. The only real objectives we have to take are these 2 objectives. And obviously, if we want to get the bonus, we've got to try to find that Japanese plane, seaplane, and wipe it out. As of right now, I'm not too concerned with the seaplane, but it's definitely something we want to go for eventually. Alright, let's see if we can get the destroyer in range to fire on this infantry. That's what I like to see. These actually take control like this, they're unstoppable. Get another sneak attack, please. Yes, we can. Oh, you're not escaping. Come back. Come back. There we go, guys. Another enemy unit destroyed. And this island is essentially totally under our control. I feel pretty confident at moving our guys away from here and sending them to the island in the west and trying to hit them from sort of the east, I guess the east part of this island, if we can land there. Probably a good idea to get some reinforcements, but for now, we're going to go ahead and start moving out. The seaplane base is a very important area for us to basically use as a port to send our troops out of this area. Let's go ahead and move these guys through as well. Not bad. Alright. I want to move these guys this way, and basically we'll just push eastwards. There's really not much else we can do. As for these guys, I'll use them as a bit of a scout unit. I'm just going to go across the coast until we get to this area down here, and sort of see what the enemy's up to. In fact, I might send a supply ship. Do a little preliminary scouting with a supply ship. Not the greatest idea, of course. Yeah, we know we have an aircraft carrier. Alright, these guys desperately need some reinforcements. And these guys desperately need to start moving east.